class, I just got done grading the team presentation discussion 1, and I sense that we have a lot of frustrations, a lot of misunderstandings, and just a lot of non-participation. So I wanted to address some of this and hopefully clear up some issues for you. The first thing you need to do is to read the assignment. The team presentation assignment can be found multiple ways. The first way you can do it, or you can find it, is to go to the assignments tab over on the left hand side of the course. Click that, scroll down until you see team presentation, click it, there you go. The second way to access the assignment is to go down in the modules list to week 15 module, and you see it there listed, team presentation, click it, there you go. Now I want you to read this assignment. I don't want you to skim it. I don't want you to read the first few lines and stop. I want you to read the full assignment. I know it's long, but you can handle it. Read it out loud, read it to yourself, print it out, highlight it, do anything you can do to get the gist of the assignment, get it into your mind and understand it. If you still have questions after you have thoroughly read the assignment, please don't wonder about it amongst yourself. Let me know and let me have the opportunity to clarify anything that you need clarifying. Alright, so read the assignment first. Next, let's talk about these team discussions. You need to make sure that you complete the entire discussion requirements. This week's discussion had 5 requirements. Not very many teams completed all 5 requirements. So you need to make sure that you read that carefully and you focus only on those requirements. Don't get ahead of yourselves. Don't get confused. Just focus on those 5 requirements and have them done by the deadline. The deadline was yesterday, Saturday, by 5 p.m. If teammates are not participating, you need to move forward without them. Do not wait on other people. You can't. You've got to make sure that you post and that you move the discussion forward, and if decisions aren't being made, sometimes you have to take initiative and make the decisions. The person that stands out in my mind of doing this, there were several of you that did this, but Vicente, you did a really good job of just, okay, let's make decisions, we've got to do this, and he did. He assigned his team members some tasks, and that was very, very good. If you do not hear from those missing team members in the next few days, then the rest of the team needs to start the process of firing that team member. So what you need to do is you need to kind of consult with each other. Somebody needs to send out an email to that missing team member. If you still don't hear from them, then the team leader needs to send me an email, and I'll take them from your group. If you're fired, you will not have the opportunity to get a grade for these team discussions. You will also have to do an individual presentation instead of this team presentation. This individual presentation will be very difficult. It'll be a 10-minute persuasive presentation on the topic of my choice, and you'll have to cite at least 6 credible sources and have a variety of other requirements attached to it. So I encourage you really get involved with these teams instead. We want you to succeed. I want you to participate, and so make sure that you do that. Here are some keys to successful team discussion. First, you need to post early and often. These team discussions are not something you can really do even just the week before it's due. You need to start a few weeks out, start the conversation, keep checking in, posting, making sure that each time you post you actually move the conversation forward. And so post early and often. Make sure your posts are contributing. Don't just post, I agree, and then that's it. That's all you post. Make sure that with every conversation within these discussions, you are helping the conversation to move forward. It's okay to say, I agree, but you need to also make sure that other things are getting done. I agree, but what about this other requirement? Where are we going to go from here? Let me suggest something that we can do. Be a part of the decision-making process. You definitely want to have a role in this, because when it comes time to your peer reviews, that's one of the things that your classmates, your teammates are going to grade you on for your peer review for this project. Now, I don't want you to worry about the peer review right now, except to know that they are paying attention to what you're doing right now, and you need to pay attention to what they're doing right now. And keep that in mind, because later you will be assessing each other and how you performed and contributed to this team presentation. Now, there's one thing that I want to talk about specifically, and that's communicating with your team members. Some of you have mentioned in your discussions that, oh, let's take this offline, let's Skype, let's do some instant messenger, or let's just meet. That's fine if you want to meet and you want to do those things, but you need to realize that I still need this discussion. I still need everybody to participate in every aspect of that discussion in order for you to get points. And so if you want to go and meet and make all these decisions and everyone log back on and do your discussing, that's fine, but I still have to see it on the discussion board because that's how I know how you are participating. The other things you might want to consider are some tools that Canvas offers that you might want to use instead of Skype. They have a collaboration tool and a conference tool. Those are both over on the left-hand side, and I think that within your teams you can use those to, I think the conference tools, you can actually have a little online conference, voice conference. So you might want to play with that. The collaboration tool, I think you can upload documents to share and view with each other. So that might be something that you want to play around with and use for your group presentations or for these discussions. Now, some of you did not fully complete the requirements of discussion 1. That means you're not finished, you're behind. You need to go back and make sure that you have done all 5 of those things in discussion 1. And then you need to start working on discussion 2. In fact, right now, discussion 2 needs to start happening. You saw how long it takes to get a consensus going with discussion 1, and so discussion 2 is going to take just as long. And so discussion 2 can be found under the week 7 module. Go ahead and click on that and start working on those elements, but only if you've completed the requirements for discussion 1. And so to recap, you need to move the conversation along, take initiative if nobody else is, and hopefully bring them up so they start taking initiative too. Let me be very clear, one person should not be doing all the work. I noticed this is not appropriate. If you find yourself doing all the work, you need to start delegating to other people, and other people, you need to start doing work. And so it's as simple as that. Team leaders should not do all the work. All they do is just make sure everything gets done. They don't actually do everything. So if you have any problems with that, you let me know, but try to work it out first on your own by delegating and help getting people involved. And so that's very, very important. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. If you need to talk with me on the phone about this, if you need to have a Skype meeting with me, if you just want to email me, please do so. Email me and set something up. I'd be happy to do any of those 3 types of meetings with you. And just be aware that we've got to start working on this and moving forward. And so do not hesitate to post something and to work on something even when other people aren't. You've got to look out for your own grade. So if I can help you in any way, you just let me know, and I want to leave you on an encouraging note. This is an assignment that you can do. It's difficult, yes, because you have to coordinate with other people, but it's also very, very doable. And I think that you'll do a great job once you get going. I'm excited about your topics that you've chosen so far. And if you have any questions, once again, please don't hesitate to contact me. I'll be talking to you later, and I hope you have a great week. Thanks so much.